Imagine stepping into a world where every day greets you with a new beach, a place where the sand whispers tales of ancient wonders and the sea hums melodies of undiscovered secrets. Welcome to Antigua and Barbuda, a tiny Caribbean nation that's a treasure trove of nature's best-kept secrets, from the rarest snake slithering on its shores to beaches that blush pink under the sun, and pineapples so sweet they're like a whisper of paradise on your tongue. In this Caribbean Focus episode of Amazing Facts About the Caribbean, we're embarking on an extraordinary journey to uncover the mind-blowing little-known facts about Antigua and Barbuda and the myriad of marvels that lie throughout the Caribbean. From the world's most majestic frigate bird sanctuary to sands that sparkle in hues of pink and tales of a bridge built by the devil himself, we're diving deep into the heart of this hidden gem. Prepare to be captivated by stories of resilience, beauty, and a life intertwined with the rhythms of nature. This isn't just a voyage across the seas. It's a journey into the soul of one of the world's most enchanting places. So buckle up, let your curiosity lead the way, and let's dive into the wonders of Antigua and Barbuda. Your journey to being amazed starts right now. Number 10. Antigua and Barbuda is home to one of the largest frigate bird colonies. Barbuda's Frigate Bird Sanctuary is a true paradise for bird lovers. It's located in the Codrington Lagoon National Park on Barbuda Island, and it's the second largest colony of frigate birds in the Western Hemisphere, right after the famous Galapagos. The sanctuary is home to over 5,000 frigate birds, including their famous nesting site, Man of War Island, which is surrounded by mangrove trees. These birds are known for their aggressive behavior towards other water birds, which is how they got their nickname, Man of War. They use their warlike tactics to steal fish from their prey. But don't let their aggressive behavior fool you. The sanctuary is also home to other bird species such as pelicans, warblers, snipes, ibis, herons, kingfishers, and tropical mockingbirds. In total, there are around 100,000 birds in the colony. During the mating season from September to April, the male frigate birds display elaborate courtship rituals, while the females take to the sky to choose a mate. That's when the nesting sites are a cacophony of squawks and calls, and the most fascinating part is the display of their blood-red inflating throat pouches. It's a sight to behold. Lastly, did you know that frigate birds are the oldest known avian species, with a history traced back as far as 50 million years? It's truly unbelievable. But that's just the start of the wonder that is Antigua and Barbuda. After all, this country is also home to Number 9. The beach with pink sand. Sometimes called Princess Diana Beach, this beautiful beach stretches for a whopping 8 miles between Spanish Point and Palmetto Point and is regarded as the pinkest of the Caribbean pink beaches. But what creates this beautiful pink color, you ask? Well, it's all thanks to microscopic organisms called foraminifera, which have red or pink shells. They are typically found on coral reefs, sand, rocks, and plants at the bottom of the ocean. When these organisms die, their red shells are crushed by wave action and become mixed with the sand and coral, creating a pink coloration. Not only is the sand at the beach soft as silk with a champagne hue, but the water around it is crystal clear, making a picture-perfect setting. Also, the color gets its deepest between October and January. Number 8. The country with one beach for each day of the year. Antigua is known as the land of 365 beaches. And guess what? It's not just a catchy phrase. There's literally a beach for every day of the year. But what makes Antigua's beaches so special? Well, for starters, they are absolutely stunning, with powdery white sands and crystal clear waters swarming with marine life. And what's even more exciting is that each of these beaches has its own unique charm and beauty. Take Hawksbill Beach, for example, which is home to multiple beaches, including Royal Palm Beach and Sea Great Beach. It's the only resort on the island that boasts 3 of its own beaches. Then there is None Such Beach, known for collecting shells. This 3/4 mile long stretch of beach is popular for its calm waters and snorkeling opportunities. Not to forget, Darkwood Beach, located on Cades Bay, is quiet and mostly empty except when cruise ships come calling. It's a favorite for shore excursions. Lastly, Fort James is more of a local haunt than a tourist destination, making it a fine beach to explore on horseback. The most ironic part is that despite having so many beaches at just 443 square kilometers, Antigua and Barbuda are two of the world's smallest countries by area. And if that's not an impressive enough of a fact, wait till you hear the next one. By the way, if you are enjoying these amazing facts about Antigua and Barbuda, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Your support means the world to us. Thank you. Don't forget to check out the other videos in the series in the links below. Number 7. A flag design that had hundreds of people competing for it. You heard that right. It was adopted on February 27, 1967 to mark the country's achievement of self-government. But what's really interesting is that the flag's design was the result of a competition in which more than 600 local people participated. The winning design was created by Sir Reginald Samuel, who was a high school art teacher, sculptor, and painter who completed the drawing just before the deadline. But does it have a meaning like other ones? Most definitely. The black in the flag represents the African ancestry of the people, the blue represents hope, and the red symbolizes the energy and life of the people. The successive color arrangement of black, yellow, blue, and white from the sun down also stands for the soil, sun, sea, and sand. Creative, isn't it? But wait, the blue also represents the Caribbean Sea, and the V shape is the symbol of victory. The 7 points on the flag represent each of the 6 parishes in Antigua and the island of Barbuda. Here's a little tidbit before we move on to the next fact. Even though its name is Antigua and Barbuda country, it includes more than 2 islands. There's a much lesser third one called Redonda. Number 6. The Devil's Bridge. Now you might be wondering about the backstory of this name. Well, as far as the local legend goes, this bridge was built by the devil to tempt souls to cross to the other side. But hold on, science has a different story to tell. It seems that Devil's Bridge is a natural limestone arch that was formed by the constant erosion of the Atlantic Ocean waves over thousands of years. This incredible 20-meter long and 4-meter wide arch is located on the northeastern coast of Antigua and is part of Devil's Bridge National Park. But what's even more fascinating is the dramatic backdrop that Devil's Bridge offers. The towering limestone cliffs known as Pillars of Hercules add to the beauty of the area and create a striking contrast to the Caribbean vegetation and interesting rock formations. Another local legend states that walking across Devil's Bridge grants the brave with eternal youth. The next fact is for all the animal lovers out there, specifically the snakes. Number 5. The only place in the world that's the home of the racer snakes. This is a rare species that can only be found on Bird Island off the coast of Antigua. However, this snake species has had a tough time surviving due to the introduction of invasive rats and mongooses in the 1800s. The plantation owners who initially brought the rats to the island had no idea that this would lead to a serious ecological problem. They later introduced Asian mongooses to kill the rats, but this led to heavy predation on the native ground-nesting birds, frogs, lizards, and Antiguan racers. Unfortunately, within 60 years, the snake had vanished completely from Antigua and most of its offshore islands, and many believed that it had become extinct. However, a few Antiguan racers managed to survive on a tiny mongoose-free island known as Great Bird Island. Thanks to conservation efforts, Antiguan racers have returned to 3 other islands, Rabbit, Green, and York, and their population has risen to about 1,100. Today, Antiguan racers have become a mascot species for conservation in Antigua and Barbuda. But these things are not the only things unique to Antigua and Barbuda. Number 4. The people of this country get to enjoy the sweetest pineapple in the world. And it's called the Antigua Black Pineapple, famous for its insanely high sugar content and low acidity. Interestingly, the fruit is not actually black, but rather golden in color. Back in the 19th century, Antigua was a British colony that exported a lot of pineapples to England. These pineapples were often shipped in wooden crates, but the sugary juices from the fruit would darken the crates, making it look like the pineapples themselves were black. This led to the name Black Pineapple. It's such a point of pride for the whole country that it's even depicted on the Antiguan coat of arms. And get this, there's only 20 acres of it produced, so it's pretty rare to find it outside of Antigua. Number 3. Home to a centuries-old UNESCO World Heritage Site. Nelson's Dockyard in Antigua is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with a fascinating history that spans over 2 centuries. Back in the 1720s, the dockyard was built to support British naval operations in the Eastern Caribbean, and during the 18th century, it was the only harbor in the region big enough for safe naval ship repairs. Pretty impressive, right? But here's where it gets even more interesting. The dockyard was named after Admiral Horatio Nelson, who served as the captain of the Royal Navy ship HMS Boreas in Antigua from 1784 through 1787. The dockyard was enlarged with the help of 130 enslaved Africans, and the local geography was substantially altered with land reclamation. After the British Navy abandoned the dockyard in 1889, it sadly fell into decay. But all is not lost. Restoration efforts began in the 1950s, and the site was renamed Nelson's Dockyard in honor of the years Nelson spent in Antigua. Nowadays, the dockyard is a bustling mixed-use complex that includes a marina, shops, hotels, and restaurants, all while preserving its historical significance. Number 2. A paradise with film-worthy locations. The islands are known for their Caribbean paradise island looks, including pristine white sand beaches, turquoise waters, and other scenic spots. Sounds like a perfect location for movies, right? And it's not just us who think so. The lush tropical setting of Antigua and Barbuda has been praised by independent filmmakers for providing a polished look to their films. Do movie names like Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, and The Apprentice sound familiar to you? Well, they've all been shot in this place. The history of filming in Antigua and Barbuda dates back several decades. During the late 1970s, films such as Firepower 1979 and The Island 1980 were shot there. More recently, independent productions like Wendy 2020 have also been filmed on the islands. And now, what if we tell you that, number 1, the history of this country goes back thousands of years? That's right, the first known inhabitants of the country were the Siboney people, with settlements dating back to at least 2400 BC. Their name means stone people, which is pretty cool, don't you think? They were known to be roaming Meso-Indians who crafted shells. What's even more interesting is that they created the petroglyph carvings of animals and humans more than 1,000 years ago. These carvings can still be found in the Indian cave at 2-Foot Bay on Barbuda, the neighboring island to Antigua. Don't forget to check out the other videos in the series of interesting facts about various Caribbean islands in the description below. Now, we have a couple of questions for you, and we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. First, which fact about Antigua and Barbuda fascinated you the most? Was it the incredible Frigate Bird Sanctuary, or the stunning pink sands of the beaches? And second, have you ever visited a beach that left you in awe? Or is there one in Antigua and Barbuda you dream of exploring? Share your experiences and dream Caribbean destinations with us in the comments. Your stories and insights are what make our community so special. We're always on the lookout for new and exciting topics to explore, and who better to guide us than you, our valued viewers? So, we have a special request. Let us know in the comments what topic you'd love to see us cover next on our channel. Is there a specific aspect of Caribbean culture, history, or natural wonders you're curious about? Together, we can uncover more incredible stories. Share your ideas below, and let's continue this adventure with topics you're passionate about. If you've enjoyed the wonders and stories of Antigua and Barbuda, please share this video with friends and family who love exploring as much as you do. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content. And to make sure you never miss an adventure, turn on notifications. Your support helps us share the beauty of the Caribbean and beyond. Thank you for watching and being part of our community. This is Caribbean Focus by Jairi.